Before we get started today, I just want to remind you that we're in the middle of our annual raffle, and tickets are just $50, and it really helps support all the wonderful work that we're doing. If you buy a ticket today, I'll send you a personal thank you letter and a little gift. It's really easy. Just go to www.ndgraffle.com. That's ndgraffle.com. I'll be ever so grateful to you. Now let's get started. Hi, I'm Rabbi Yisroel Bernath, and welcome to my Daily Torah Thoughts. This coming Friday night will mark 22 years since the passing of the Lubavitcher Rebbe. I've spoken many times about my personal relationship with the Rebbe, but as the years go on, I think that there's more and more question about what is a Rebbe, and who needs a Rebbe, and why are Hasidim or Chabad so affixed on their Rebbe. I saw an article by Rabbi Tzvi Freeman that I think really describes and explains this well. Rabbi Moshe Yitzchak Hecht had been the Chabad rabbi in New Haven, Connecticut since 1941, and the demands on him grew year by year, with a synagogue, a school, a yeshiva, and many other responsibilities that required a staff several times that which he could afford. In 1974, he wrote to the Rebbe complaining that in 33 years of work, he felt he was back at the same place as where he started, and that he simply couldn't continue. He signed off the letter with a heartfelt plea that the Rebbe should help in all that he can do. The Rebbe responded not with counsel, but with light. The Rebbe said, "I've already followed your advice. I've sent there Rabbi Moshe Yitzchak Hecht, but it appears from your letter and from those preceding it that you're still not familiar with him and with the capabilities with which this person is endowed. Whatever the case is, you should get to know him now. Immediately everything will change, your mood, your trust in God, everyday happiness, and so on." So who is a Rebbe? Who is this Rebbe? Rebbe means my master or my teacher. Whether you're a small child learning the alphabet or an expert scholar sailing in the seas of the Talmud, you call your teacher Rebbe or Rebbe. Now, there's another meaning to the title Rebbe, especially one associated with the rabbi they call the Baal Shem Tov. The Baal Shem Tov was a teacher who not only touched your mind and heart, but could reach into your essential being and guide you to find yourself there. A Rebbe is a guide to your true self, which means that before you can understand what is a Rebbe and who is a Rebbe, you have to first ask, who am I and what am I? So then who needs a Rebbe? See, imagine a Rebbe as, let's say, a ray of light. Light is not a thing for itself. Light is light only when it illuminates. Think of the space beyond our planet's atmosphere, between the brilliant sun and the glowing earth. It's only darkness. For light to be light, you have to provide something for it to enlighten. If your major concern is getting from today till tomorrow, there's nothing to enlighten. If you consider yourself nothing more than a two-legged creature with an excess of neurons, Wikipedia and TED may be all you need. But if you seek that which transcends physical sensation, that which transcends physical satisfaction, if you feel a need to make sense of life, if you've ever asked yourself, what am I doing here? Then you're looking for something deep inside of yourself. Then you need a Rebbe to get you in touch with that inner self. Now, how does a Rebbe do that? How could a Rebbe show you something about you that you yourself can't discover? Well, as soon as you're connected to a Rebbe, you're connected to a higher, to a wider context, a context in which you're no longer a lonely speck of dust in the vast empty space, but a vital part of a greater whole. There, within that context, you discover where you are needed, what you are here to accomplish, and how you have the powers to fulfill that mission. Context is everything. A sentence fallen out of a book can never make sense of itself without its story. Out of context, all the meaning is distorted, often into its opposite. A precious ring in the snout of a boar, King Solomon the Wise tells us, just renders the beast yet more beastly. A swan out of context is an ugly duckling. Life out of context is called exile. Without your context, it's not just that your place is missing. Without knowing your place, you can't find your center, the very core of who you are. Connecting to a Rebbe connects you to the whole, and within that whole, you are liberated from exile. Let's continue this thought tomorrow. For now, I'm Rabbi Yisroel Bernath. Have a fantastic day.